Hello. Oh. Daonte.
Can you see me?
No, we can't. You gotta turn your video on, I think. At the
But we can hear you.
Bottom.
I see it. Hold on.
Deontay.
Hey, what's up, Daonte? Thank you so much for being on our show.
Sorry, East Coast time. I fell asleep.
I know, honestly.
You fell asleep?
It's like 11:30 there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
late. It's late.
We're West Coast. It's 8:30.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's Friday night.
I was asleep. I work all week, man.
No, we understand. Honestly, if we weren't doing this, we'd probably be on our way to bed pretty soon.
Hell no. No, we watch Friday night is Love After Lockup, girl. What are you talking about?
And it's over right now.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I missed it. See?
Yeah, see? Because right now it's Love During Lockup.
Yeah.
How
are you?
I'm doing okay now.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on our show. Like, honestly, we've been a fan of the show like since day one, even before you were on the show. And once you got on the show, I know we connected like earlier a little bit, and you're like, yes, I'll be on your show. But it's up to my manager. I know you had a lot going on, and so much has happened since then. So
it was up to the network, really. It wasn't.
I get it.
They were taking forever in a day. So
no worries. We're just happy to have you now. Like,
no, I mean
Can you guys hear me without the AirPod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, Love After Lockup is our show. That is our #1 show. And like Alishia said, we've been watching it since day one. We've been watching you since you joined Love After Lockup day one.
Yes.
Huge fans.
Yeah. So today, like, we don't really want to talk about like so much, like, you know, the bitches. And I don't want to include Cece in that. She is not included in this. Okay.
I'm talking Cece about separate. Cece
the other ones. Today we want to talk about Daonte. Like, we want to know a little bit about you and like more like your experience. We're not like, so concerned about you know, the past of life. So like, tell us like about like who you are. Like, who were you before you started filming on the show? Like, what type of guy are you, and what made you even decide to be on this show? How did you get on here?
Who am I? Well, I don't know. See, I ain't prepared for this because I was asleep. I
mean, like, what were you doing before Love After Lockup? Like, what's your regular, like, what do you like to do for fun? Like, what's your life look like?
I'm kind of just a regular guy. Everybody think I'm weird and crazy and all that, which is funny. But
we don't think you're weird.
I'm a pretty much to myself type person. When I ain't on the camera or nothing, this is what I do. Sit in my house. Before the show, I was, I used to be a Marine.
Oh, really? You didn't know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I was in the Marines from like 2008 to 2012.
Okay.
And then I got out and I worked like various jobs. I worked at like Target for a minute. Then I worked this security job for years.
I think the only job that we saw you working on was a scene where I think it was Nicole came to see you. You were on the docks in like some kind of uniform. I don't know what that was, but I have no idea.
In my coveralls.
Yeah, your coveralls. Yes, it was your coveralls.
No, I work at a shipyard now. I work at a Navy shipyard.
Okay.
As a welder.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. So how did you get on the show? Like, what prompted you to get on the show? Were you already in contact with an inmate, aka Nicole, or what prompted you to get on the show? How does that process, what does that look like?
I guess I can spill some tea now since it's over. That actually wasn't my job.
Can.
Yeah, you better.
You better be comfortable with us.
Look, that wasn't my actual job that I was at.
You don't drink, do you, Daonte? You don't drink, do you?
I drink beer.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, Mom's
I
like,
smoke.
tell him to have a drink. And I'm like, I never seen actually Daonte with a drink. You know, I was seeing like other people, order double shot of Hennessy, but I never seen Daonte be like, order.
I smoke more than I drink.
Okay. I'm 420 friendly too. I really like, get down with the greens.
But no, that wasn't my actual job that I was at. My actual job wouldn't let them film there. So
I see.
So it was a setup.
Because my job is like military, so they're not gonna let a film crew come in there unless it's like a politician or something.
Right.
So
yeah.
Last time we had a film crew in there, Joe Biden was there. So that's how.
How did you get on the show? How did your Love After Lockup journey start? I know it wasn't just Nicole, obviously that was one of the reasons like how you were on the show, but I know it was a little bit more to that. So tell us like a little bit about that.
So I was actually a fan of Love After Lockup in the beginning.
Really? Like us?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was at first. I was dating my ex-girlfriend Chelsea at the time, the one that passed away.
Yes.
And she's from Chicago, so I was in Chicago visiting her one day, and she had it on the TV. I went out to go get something to eat, and I came back to the hotel we were in, and she had it playing on the TV, and it was Scott and Lizzie, the light-skinned woman.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, who is this? I was like, what are you looking at? Because all I saw was Lizzie, and I thought she was pretty. So I was like, who is this light-skinned woman that's pretty light? And she was like, this is called Love After Lockup. I like it because it reminds me of us. And I was like, it reminds you of us. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, just look at it with me. And I watched it and it got sucked in because I was like, ain't no way she dating him.
No, I think that happens with a lot of men.
Oh yeah.
Cause like women, we watch certain shows, reality TV, rom-coms,
and they like
all
to think like, oh no, we don't want to be bothered with that. But once you get
but
started, you're like, oh, this is interesting.
And honestly, it's the same when the roles are flipped too.
Yeah.
Because there's some like thrillers and military shit, like all kinds of shit that I'm like, whoa, this is actually better than I thought.
Yes.
Go
ahead, Daonte, blaze it up. Pass me the blunt. Okay. With you.
And rest in peace to Scott. I wasn't trying to throw no shade at him, but I was just like, there's no way. And then, so I watched that segment, and then I think I got sucked in from there. Then the next season, I seen Lacey and her storyline, and I got hooked into that.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this is my show.
Yeah.
And so Chelsea and me fell out, and I started talking to Nicole. And I used to tell Nicole about the show whenever she called her, because she had been in prison since the show first aired, so she didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I was like, babe, it's this show I'll be watching every week called Love After Lockup. And she was like, what's it about? I was like, it's basically about people that date inmates or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, you have to get us on there. And I was like, I ain't going on that show because I watch it. So I know how they make people look. I was like, I'm good.
And now here you are.
And she would like press me every week to contact these folks, and I wouldn't do it. And then I never revealed this before, but she did. Nicole did tell me a long time ago that she knew Lacey. Right? Oh. I mean, I didn't know it was Lacey at first. I remember she told me that she did. She had one time did camp stuff with a girl named Casey Cash.
Okay.
I just didn't realize it was Lacey. I never actually went to go look for it. And then I finally got curious one day and did go look. And I seen it, but I didn't put two and two together. Like I didn't pay attention enough to the thumbnail to see who it was because I couldn't find her. So
right.
And then one day I did, and then I actually looked at who it was, and I was like, wait a minute, I know who that is.
Wow. And Lacey, she's from Virginia Beach too.
Wait, I don't remember Lacey.
Lacey and Shane.
Oh, Lacey. Oh, Lacey. Oh,
she's from the same area.
Then I called and told her about it. I said, "You remember the girl you told me such and such?" I was like, "She's on the show I watched." It was like, "Oh my God, you gotta get us on there." And that's when she kept over and over again pressing me, like,
oh, okay.
I was like, "Come on, man." And then
so
finally,
you didn't really want to be on the show.
No, I just wanted to be a fan. Like, I didn't realize I was gonna get on the show and be as popular as I am. But,
right.
Yes.
I mean, you are popular. That's for sure.
And we see like you got a lot of people that are behind you, but we do see that, you know, you got a lot of haters too, which is natural.
Yeah.
You get a lot of hate.
And honestly, like from the beginning, like I think a lot of the fans can tell, like you're just like a normal guy, you know, and you have a pure heart and good intentions. So
wait, let's just say, because when Daonte premiered, so did Little Nicole premiere, right?
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to talk about Little Nicole because she's dead to us now. But that started like a chain of,
you can talk about it.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? Like you do you, it is what it is, right? And honestly, I have to give props to you because I've been done dirty a lot of times. So for you to actually do what you needed to do to not fuck around on Nicole, I give you props for that.
Yeah.
But you premiered Little Nicole, and that sparked a lot of people to think what they thought about Daonte, right? But then your personality showed, like you're genuine, Daonte. You care about people. You care about how people feel. And that was showcased on the show. And that's when people started to really fall in love with you. You know what I mean? Like who you are as a person, your true characteristics showed through. And that has continued since you've been on the show. And you've just created this fan base. I remember when we first started following you and we were like, Daonte from Love After Lockup is following us back. Your following was like this. Now, I don't know, what are you at? Like 75,000
and counting.
Yeah. And counting. So what's that like when your fan base just blows up like that?
And you got a million haters and lovers at the same time.
Because you have supporters. We've always supported you, Daonte. Always.
Although I will say there's been times where I wanted to come in through that TV and stop the bus.
Well, finishing up with that story, basically I finally on a Saturday decided to email them to shut up Nicole. So I emailed them, told them my story, and sent them 10 pictures each of me and Nicole. And then they called me 10 minutes later.
Wow.
I almost didn't even answer the phone because I didn't recognize that phone number, but I picked it up for whatever reason. They were like, "Oh my God, you guys look so good."
Wow.
But wait, how did you meet Nicole though?
I was dating Chelsea at the time, and me and her were on the outs. I found out what she had been doing, and I tried to put up with it for as long as I could because I really, really loved her. I didn't. If she would have acted right, you would have never known who I was. I'd probably been with. She'd have probably still been alive, and we'd have been probably married.
Yeah.
But she wasn't acting right, and I didn't always have the easiest time meeting women around that time. Like I was kind of in a slump. So me dating an inmate, meeting Chelsea was just something that happened off of happenstance. So it just didn't work out. So I was like, well, I mean, I found one. I thought I looked at it as another avenue to meet women that I hadn't discovered before. So I was like, well, just because one didn't work out don't mean another one. Like you can't find another one. And so that was the thing. Like me and Chelsea was falling out, and I was so into her. I would have had a hard time just being single. All I would have been doing was thinking about Chelsea and wondering what she had going on. Yeah. So that's why I felt like I needed to find somebody else to take my attention off of her.
Yeah.
So I went back on that website and I just happened to see Nicole, and she was attractive to me, and she happened to be in Virginia, which is because me and Chelsea was long distance. So I was like, well, at least this was here.
Yeah.
So I took a chance on her and wrote to her, and she replied back, and then me and Chelsea fell out, and I invested all my time in Nicole, which I can't say I regret because I wouldn't have been on the show. But
No, I mean, and yeah, I mean, Nicole is a cutie pie. She really is.
And then
And everything is a learning experience.
As far as Nicole Jr. goes, yes, that was my dog. That was really mine.
I mean, that's
wait. Was she more your dog than Nicole in hindsight?
Huh?
In hindsight, was she more your dog than Nicole Jr.?
Well, yeah, no, because he didn't hit Nicole.
That was my doll, DOLL.
Oh, doll.
I thought you said your dog.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but he didn't have sex with Nicole. He had sex with Nicole Jr.
And I bought it for that particular reason. I just had no intention of putting it on TV. That was a mistake I made by telling casting about that. Because as soon as I told them about that, they were like, "Oh my God, we gotta have that." I was like, "No, we don't gotta have it." Because they were trying to get me to admit that I messed around on Nicole while she was in prison, and I was like, "I didn't." And they were like, "Come on, dude, you can
proof."
They're like, "Come on, dude, you can go all that time without cheating." I was like, "Yes, I did." And then I showed them the doll. I created a monster with that, like the whole dishwasher thing. Come on, man.
I know.
At least you did it.
I mean, at least you cleaned her.
Yeah.
That was just good TV.
That was a little extra, a little.
That's not how I clean that dog.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
go ahead.
I just want to know, like, how did you deal with that? How did you deal with just
like all of a sudden
all those comments? Like, I'm talking about from when you first started and maybe those first scenes aired. I know, like, your inbox went crazy. Like,
well, like y'all
what
said,
was that?
like y'all said, I had a small following. Like, I started off before I came on the show with 198 followers.
Yeah, we know.
I was never heavy on my Instagram like that. It was my Facebook that I was on all the time. But once I got on,
are you still on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now my Instagram is like my number one platform.
Yeah.
Like, once I got on the show, I started getting a little bit of followers. So I was like, let me invest in this more. And then I knew the backlash was gonna come. Like, I knew that when I filmed that scene and they had me put that dog in the dishwasher. I was like, y'all are gonna have these bloggers destroy me because I watched all these views. And so I had already kind of prepared for it, but I just know how to, I guess I got a sense of humor. So I know how to laugh at myself.
Yeah.
And I guess I kind of take that power away from a lot of people because.
Do you laugh at yourself, like, watching back? Do you like watch it?
Yeah.
And like, boy, you crazy.
And then sometimes I get mad because, like you said, sometimes you want to jump through the screen at me. And a lot of times it's not all me. People just think that.
No, I mean, like, to save you, to wake you up, because just like.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of times it's not all me. Sometimes.
Okay.
I get it.
Sometimes
but honestly, like we said, like, from the other cast members, you know, there's a lot that goes on the show. There's some genuine relationships that happen in this.
Yeah.
And there's also like a lot of fake ones. And we could just tell, like, you're genuine. That's the main thing. And no matter what, like, your heart is open, you know, like you started on the show with somebody else and it didn't work out and your heart was still open. You know, like, you weren't judgmental, you were still open, like you hadn't been hurt at all. And that's honestly like the most purest way to love. And like, no matter, anyone can hate on that, but you secretly, everyone wants to love like that. Like, even there's quotes that say, "Love like you never been hurt." You were loving like you never been hurt.
I mean, I feel the same way.
You have to respect that, you know?
No, it's true, because I've been dogged on my whole life. I'm 52 years old and I've been dogged on. But if I go into a new relationship, that's exactly how I'm going to approach it.
And even the last season when you were like, I give up on love with Lindsay and the whole thing. And I was like, don't give up on love.
Oh, I was dead ass.
Because usually, you know, before, like, when you're right about to give up, that's when you have like the biggest blessing.
And that's what happened.
Look at now.
Because I was dead ass that night.
I know. And
I know.
I could tell.
I mean, yeah.
His name came up to you and was trying to fight you. I was like, he better not.
Who?
Whatever that guy's name. Blaine.
Oh, Blaine.
That
yeah,
kid.
no.
I was like, he better not mess with Daonte. He better not. Because he really wanted to get out of the car. I feel like that was just extra, you know, for the cameras.
Probably.
But I really like the way you handled yourself in that situation. You could have went crazy. You could have, you know, you could have done some stuff. Look at,
I feel like I
you didn't, you know.
I feel like I get set up in so many. That's like
I feel like that too.
You do, but each time you have walked away, like, you know, calmly, like you didn't make a crazy guy out of yourself. Like you just still like were yourself, and like calmly. You could have handled it way differently.
Yeah,
way different.
It's called self-control.
Exactly.
You can tell you have self-control.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm a whole Marine. I wasn't about to make a fool out of myself in the middle of. I was already making enough of a fool out of myself in Mississippi as it is. I'm sitting up here chilling. The only reason why I was still sitting there is because they wouldn't let me leave.
Wow.
What do you mean?
Because I once I asked
you to stay and like do more, you know.
Once I said that's all I needed to know, I was ready to go. Like I didn't even want to be there to begin with. So I was already having a breakdown. Like I felt like it was too much. Like it was putting me through too much, basically.
Yeah.
It's a lot that went on within all that people don't know, but it's
for TV.
It's a lot.
What's that like? Like you're going through like a true raw emotional moment with somebody that you're in love with, and they're filming you and they're wanting you to do this and they're wanting you to do that. Like
you're not in love with them anymore.
But
you're like, I'm done and I don't want to be with you.
I had to stay there because you know you had to do a little interview afterwards. So that's why I didn't just pull off. And now I kind of looking back at it, feel like they were stalling so that Blaine could get there because they wanted that. Like, cause they do stuff like.
Blaine didn't want none. He didn't want none.
And I'm
even
like,
for the cameras.
I'm just like, why is this dude bothering me? Like, I'm sitting in my car.
I was thinking that too. Why are you bothering
me? I'm sitting in my car smoking. What's going on, man?
No, man. But I was scared for you though down there in Mississippi. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, bro, why is you over here in my fucking car? Like, leave me the hell alone. You gotta go on about your business. Like, what you coming over here with your chest poked out for? Now, if I was to get out the car, now, if I was to get out the car and sock him in his fucking jaw, I'd have been wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Or everybody been looking at me like I'm violent. Plus, I had some stuff in my car, and if I was crazy, I could have took that man life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I did cut a lot of it out.
Yeah.
Because it do look like she just walked up to me and pushed me for no reason, which that wasn't. She pushed me for a reason because I had some stuff. Oh. And I done admitted to that many a times on my Instagram lives and everything. And I don't know, it's been messy lately nowadays, like, because now all of a sudden that has become the sole reason over there on her side for why she couldn't be around me. Like I keep seeing, everybody keeps showing me how she could have been throwing me under the bus under there. And putting all the blame on me is like
I mean, fuck all that shit because
we don't think of it like that. And I think a lot of people like honestly, we saw Lindsay. We know we've watched Lindsay too, and she has a lot of fake tears. I've never seen a tear drop. I've seen a lot of crying though. And I'm not gonna speak onto what she was talking about, but even last episode when she was, I just want to be there for my kid and it was so fake. And it's obvious.
Yeah.
And honestly, like those people, they come and go, you know, they're not going to stay. But I want to know, like, what would you say, like, is the biggest misconception that people have of you? Like, what is something that most people think that's completely untrue, like totally not you? But
I ain't gonna say she don't want to be
because of the show.
Kid.
What's that?
I ain't gonna say she don't want to be around her kid. I give her that. But,
no, I do believe that, but I don't believe like in that moment that her emotions were real. I think she was trying to put it on for the camera to make it seem like to us that she really wants to. When you can really want to, you don't have to cry to pretend cry about it on TV. You know, like you can still want to in your heart without pretending crying, and then there's no tears coming out. You know.
Well, I think it's a lot of misconceptions about me, especially towards that show. Like, I get so much stigma put on me.
Like what?
Like, just tell us what's the most one that you get the most that you feel like is a hell no. It's totally opposite of what you
hell no. Nowadays, it's clingy, it desperate and needy. Fuck no, that ain't me.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. It's been pissing me off all season.
I know, because they portray you like you're peeping through windows and you're doing this and you're just laid back waiting, and I don't see that to be the case, but
I'm not. That really pissed me off. Like, that's the one thing I've been vocal about all season. I think I done pissed a lot of people behind the scenes off, but I don't even care, because at the end of the day, man, I gotta protect me, because y'all ain't gonna do it. Like, I can see that. I done gave these folks everything for 3 seasons, and I ain't good at it. If I wasn't on social media the way that I am and showing my real self, people would hate me.
No, that's true, because when Lindsay was sitting there with Blaine and she was getting a bunch of text messages, it was one of the episodes where you had just left, like you guys were together for the weekend or whatever, and you left. It wasn't you. And if you hadn't done your live or you posted something on
people that wasn't you, they would have thought it was you.
Yeah. You posted something on social media. I really thought that was you, because the way that they portrayed that, they made it seem like you were just texting.
I don't text nobody back to back like that. I would be afraid that I
don't do the eggplant emotions.
No, I ain't never had to do that. Like, I don't call nobody except, like, there's so much evidence I got to the contrary of all that if I really wanted to be petty, I would post all that stuff.
Yeah.
Show the truth, but I don't.
Well, have you had anything like that has like been good for you that's come out of being on the show?
I get called a simp, because I'll just be like, man, listen, define that. Like, just I wear my heart on my sleeve.
You do.
Because I don't carry myself the way that the society want. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. The way the society like for black men to carry themselves, I get called a simp because I would do what, in my opinion, a man's supposed to do for his girl.
And you're right. And honestly, we respect that. And honestly, you're absolutely right. A lot of, in this day and age, especially black men, are taught to hide their feelings, be strong, fuck that bitch. All the music that we listen to, fuck that bitch, fuck her friend. And it's not right. Like, but at the end of the day, we're still asking for, a man that is gonna be there for us, right? And then sometimes when we get it, we diss that guy, and it's not right.
Like, I done created such a racial divide between people, and I ain't even trying to. I can post something on Instagram, and I will literally see people within my comment section arguing about race.
Yeah.
No, I see it all the time, because actually, the number one comments that I see in any post that you post is, you're soft, you're a simp, and why are you always dating white women? That's it. That's what I see time and time and time again.
I'm real. Fuck you, because I like them. That's all you gotta say.
I think you soft till they walk up on you. They don't show everything. That's why.
I see you have some guns on you though.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually, I remember that. Yeah, you do, Daonte, but you didn't at first, because when we first started seeing Daonte, then you started like working out. I think you were actually posting videos of yourself working out, but you're looking a little rough.
I look malnourished in person. I know. But no, and see, when Tia walked up on me, she tried it, and then she got handled. I wasn't gonna hit her, but she tried it.
Yeah, she did.
He walked up on me, and they didn't show everything. They had to cut it so much. But it was a particular time where he tried to put his hands on me. Basically he tried to push me back, and I slapped his hand and said, "Don't put your hand on me, dog." And then that was it. Like, if he really wanted to do something, he was standing right there. I was standing right there.
Yeah, you're not as soft as people portray you to be on social media.
And honestly, I could tell when Blaine tested you. I could tell, look in your eyes, like, don't make me get out.
Right. Yeah.
But all in all, like, through the whole experience, I want to know, like, who is your favorite couple on Love After Lockup, and what was your favorite season?
But even to this day, they still over there talking about me. I still get screenshots of them. I'm like, I ain't talked about them in how long? I'd have posted a whole nother girl.
Yeah.
But who's your favorite couple on Love After Lockup, Daonte?
Sean and Sarah.
Sean and Sarah.
Really?
And
Brittany and Marcelino. They're one of our favorites too.
For sure. Brittany and Ray.
Brittany and Ray. Okay, I like them too. I
Well,
like,
you know what?
yeah, I like
You know what?
Ray.
Brittany and
We like
Mars are
Ray.
you know what? Brittany and Mars, them my people, man. I ain't like watching them this season because I like them both. Like you know, I done
It
met
was
them both.
hard.
So, you know, I done met them both. So I'm like, Brittany is like a big sister to me.
Are you tight with a lot of the cast members?
Yep, that's another thing that probably pisses off production. But yeah.
So what was your favorite season of all this, like that you've been on? Which season was your most favorite? Like,
Of my 3 seasons?
Do and experience.
Of my 3 seasons?
1, 2, or 3.
I mean, 3 was lit the whole way through.
We think this one was real lit. And it was good because, you know, at the end, like, you know, it kind of seemed like, you know, you kind of ended on a good note and you're like, I'm done with this. And now, you know, you just did the live and announced your new girl, CC, which congratulations.
Thank you. I wasn't particularly crazy about this season because I felt like I was being phased out for him.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of could see that, and then I just.
But it was like, can you see now in hindsight, like it was all for a reason?
Yeah, I don't know. Just because earlier in this season, I had this girl on all of my Instagram lives with me. You know, letting her all on my Instagram and all this type of jazz, and then when the backlash started to go her way, it just switched.
Oh,
so like. I don't know. I feel like I got wiser this season because I came out the gate asking questions.
Yeah.
And I was proud of me for standing up for myself, but
me too.
I didn't really like the way I was portrayed. Probably my favorite season, I guess, was the second one when I had that suit on. Just because I don't know, I think I was real funny that season, and then I was just looking at my wardrobe. I was like, yeah, even though I looked like a fool. Chasing after Nicole, you
look good. You look good doing it.
But you look good doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, congratulations on your new love, by the way. I saw you live with Cece when you introduced her, and
yeah, look, everybody thought I was being controlling. I'm like, I was just telling her to come back on the camera.
No, I feel like she's just a little shy. She's a little bit of a spicy girl. Yeah.
I'm like, see, 1 minute I'm too soft, and I let all these women walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Then when I get a little,
you're never gonna be perfect. So just be yourself, because we ain't perfect.
I mean, that's
still worth the picture.
That's what we love about you, Daonte. Like, it's like you're just genuine.
Yeah,
that's you really are.
That's all you can do.
Don't nobody like fake. That's why people gravitate towards me, I guess, because I'm just always.
Yeah.
And we also want to know, does Mama approve of Miss CC? Everybody,
they got each other's phone number. They text each other.
Okay.
Good. She doesn't start the bus.
Yeah, she cooked for my mom and everything. That's why my mom.
Wow. That's good. Okay. So this is a long distance thing right now, though, right?
Yeah, and that's the ironic thing about all this. Matter of fact, my friend Derek is the one that pointed out to me. He was like, isn't it crazy how now you're in a relationship with a girl she lives in Michigan. So like now you're in a relationship with a girl that's long distance.
Yeah.
This girl got more than one kid. She do everything by herself. She work, she take care of herself.
Yeah.
And she still find time to make you a priority.
Exactly.
Now, like, now, don't that sound familiar? I say, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Derek's like, that's what I was trying to tell you the whole motherfucking time.
What's even more telling about it is that.
But you don't know when you're in the moment, you know. Love is blind.
Is that she herself, Lindsay, went on an interview out of her own mouth, admitted, I just didn't have time for him. And I didn't know how to tell him.
Oh,
yeah. So I had to sit there and carry that clingy.
But wait, she didn't have to make time for you. You were the one that went there and everything. What time did she have to make for you? There. She didn't work at the time. You were the one that had stuff. She didn't have nothing going on.
I mean, she started working and everything, but still, like,
stop, Daonte. But you were the one that was driving.
He's so nice,
like all the way from Virginia. on your weekend after you're working a full week. Like, that's bullshit. BS.
It's just that I had to sit there and carry that clingy stigma on me all this time. And
I know.
You knew all this time. You just ain't had no time for me.
I know. I mean, honestly, from a viewer perspective, we saw it from day one.
Yeah.
We knew. We knew.
Not because of you, just because of the person that she.
No. As soon as we saw Lindsay with Blaine, just their dynamic, we just knew.
Lindsay. I just saw Lindsay.
And I didn't even have a problem with him at first. Like when I first met him, they didn't show it all. Like we didn't have tension like that. We were actually cool.
Yeah.
Just after a while, I started to get suspicious. Like, come on, dude. And And
I mean,
what's one thing you want to say like to everybody? Do you think you're gonna be on another season of Love After Lockup?
Oh yeah.
Or is this it? Are you hanging up the talent and you're gonna be, just undercovers with CC or?
I mean,
you think you're gonna be back for another season? I hope not. I mean, I don't want to see you, but I want to see you. You know what I mean?
I don't know. As far as my future with that franchise, I never say nothing. Like I ain't heard nothing. Ain't nobody told me nothing. I don't know how they go about things. They kind of will leave you in the dark.
Yeah, so maybe you guys have your own,
spin-off.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm carrying on as if I don't know. But
okay.
I mean, if I'm being realistic, what kind of story do I got at this point? You need an inmate. I'm not dating no more inmates. So,
I mean, amen to that. Amen to that.
But I mean, this ain't the end for me. I've been working, like I got management I've been working with, and I'm trying to do other things.
Oh, we know this is not the end for you. Yeah.
Because I got a presence. I got a Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So I've been wanting to move beyond that franchise because I don't want the stigma put on me. I mean, I appreciate everything they did for me. They gave me the exposure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know CC if it wasn't for the show.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, I can't never say nothing bad about them, but I mean,
we've enjoyed every moment of it.
Yes. And
are you watching Love during lockup?
Yeah, I meant to watch tonight and I fell asleep.
Okay, yeah, we're about to watch it.
We are, and we want to thank you so much for being on our show, for coming to kick it with us for a little bit. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you, Daonte.
And y'all
know my homegirl Julie, so that was easy.
Yes. Yeah. Julie, she's been my friend for 10 plus years. No, 10
that's my girl.
Yeah.
She is. That's my girl. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
We love you, Daonte, and we hope you have a great night. Take care.
No problem.
All right. Thank you.
God bless you.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.